It wasn't really a problem till July last year. So I would have been, almost 3 years post-op. So I'd gone all that time without using alcohol. So for me at that time, I was having a lot of health issues. I hurt my shoulder. I had a frozen shoulder, and that happened in July, and then in August I was having a lot of problems with my teeth and a lot of pain. And I know a lot of people disagree with this, and there's no scientific proof of it, but so I can only tell you about myself and my body, and that when I take medication orally, it will work maximum half an hour, whatever it is they give me. So I got no pain relief. So I was using alcohol as medication, which also the alcohol goes really quick through my system. So I get drunk really quickly, but I'm also sober really quickly. So I was in hospital actually last year, 2016, with suspected overdose, because I was having my frozen shoulder and I was having all these problems with my wisdom teeth, and I took a whole bunch of medication and I drank a half a bottle of whiskey just to have some pain relief. And my dentist couldn't see me straight away, so I wanted to see an emergency dentist, but they refused to see me after they realised how much painkillers I went, until I went to the hospital sorry, to wasn't my stomach pumped. So they did that when I tried to take my own life. This was kind of like they flush it out. So they did all the tests, and supposedly with the amount of alcohol and the tablets that I took, it should have showed up in my bloodstream, my urine, and it should have caused some amount of liver damage, and everything was fine. So they actually didn't believe that I took anything, and they thought that I was feeling suicidal and it was a cry for help, which it wasn't, because I have a therapist and I haven't been in that situation for 6-7 years, and if I was, she would be the first person that I called. But they just couldn't make sense of it. And I'll get to what's going on in my life right now. I'm doing a drugs trial, and so after a year and a half of heavy drinking, they've been testing my liver and my kidneys, and yeah, what it should have been, it isn't. I'm actually healthier than most people. So I really do think it goes through my system really quickly. But I was talking anyway about transfer addiction. So it started off not in the way that I used food. So for me, I used food as a numbing agent. Well, I do, but not as much as it did before surgery. So for me, I find mindfulness really hard. Sitting with my emotions is really hard. To just sit down and say, it's okay to feel sad, it's okay to be angry, it's okay to cry. I like to divert my emotions, I like to numb. So I was using food before surgery on really almost every day, extensively. So I think I was working really hard at that period of time that I wasn't actually at work. If you want to know why I didn't work for a year and a half, please watch another video, because that's another conversation. Take a long time to get into. But I had time then. I had time to focus on my diet, I had time to focus on my fitness, I had time to focus on mindfulness. So if I was sad, I would sit with my sadness. If I was angry, I would sit with my anger. I didn't need to numb it. But then, as I said, I'm trying really hard to live and to get that balance, and I don't always have time, which is bad, and it's not a good thing to be so mindful. But when my alcohol started, it wasn't to replace that. I was actually dealing with that, and exercise is a part of being able to deal with that. But I was using it as medication for the pain. So as my health started to improve from all the other reasons that I just told you before, and the pain started to go away, I no longer needed the alcohol for pain relief. So why didn't I just stop? I think because I have an addictive personality, and now, I can use this as the same way as I did for food. Why sit with my sadness when I can have a drink? Why stay up half the night with my insomnia when I can have a drink and go to sleep? Why sit with my depression when I can have a drink and feel numb? So in a way, I think it was transfer addiction, even though it wasn't immediate, if that makes any sense. But I think I learned for 2 years to live healthy, but then once I used it for the pain relief, my addictive personality kicked in. So right now, and I don't even know if this will post, because before when I tried to post a video over 10 minutes, it won't do it, so this might end up in bits. But right now I'm doing a drugs trial. If you're my friend on Facebook, you will know, and that is to deal with alcohol addiction. I'm having infusions of ketamine once a week, which helps you with the withdrawal process, and also to rewire your brain so that you can tell yourself what life without alcohol will be like. But it also helps with insomnia, which I have. It helps with depression, and it helps with anxiety. And I have to wear this ever so sexy alcohol monitor which lets them know when I have an alcoholic drink. So quickly, because I have been talking for so long, and I'm not talking about the 18 minutes I've been talking like for 5 hours. That's a part of the weight gain. First of all, I can't swim with this thing on, and that is a huge thing for me for my depression and my anxiety. I need to swim, and I can't do that. If I walk too much, and I love to walk, I walk. This thing gives me a blister. If I go to the gym, any kind of cardio hurts. So I'm limited to just lifting weights, which is not a bad thing because I like it, but that's part of it. But most of it is to do with, I think, the sugar. So I know we're bombarded with people saying, like with the protein, empty calories, empty calories, empty calories, you will gain weight. But first of all, if I'm drinking, I am not eating because my stomach is full from the alcohol, and I'm getting the numbing that I want from the alcohol, and the alcohol will go through my system a lot quicker than the food does. So when I'm not drinking, I'm eating to comfort myself. But also there's a physical aspect that I didn't know until I started the trial, that alcohol is full of sugar. So when you stop taking the alcohol, your body will crave that sugar like crazy hell. And yeah, so if you're replacing it with food sugar, you're not going to lose the weight. So that's where my added weight gain is on. But I can't do all of it at once. I'm not going to go like, oh my god, I can't have my alcohol, it's really important that I stop drinking, I'm going to eat 25 donuts. But I'm taking, it's a balance again, that I'm trying not to be too hard on myself, and if I have a couple of biscuits, cookies, it's better than drinking a bottle of wine. But I'm not going to sit here and eat the whole pack of cookies just because I can't have my wine. And yeah, I really don't want to do this again. So I've got like 5 missed calls since I've been starting doing this, and I'm going to go. If I've missed anything, maybe I can leave it in the comments. If you have any questions, I can leave it in the comments. I don't care if you want to ask about regain, if you want to ask, if you're in the UK and you want to ask about the vitamins and minerals aspect, about being vegan, plant-based, about the alcohol thing, because I know it's kind of a taboo subject. And I hope that I haven't done all of this in vain and that it's not helped anyone, because I'm kind of exhausted, especially seeing I had my ketamine infusion yesterday. And if anyone knows anything about that, one of the ways it works is that it really chills you out and relaxes you and makes you tired, so your cravings, it really helps with the cravings. But I'm just super tired and I've got to go to work soon, and I've not really enjoyed doing this 25 times. So I don't know, if you want to leave the questions and then I can type, it's much easier for me to write, or maybe I can do a follow-up video, or maybe you'll see me for my 5th year surge anniversary. Yeah, it's probably more likely to happen. Anyway, nice talking to all of you, and I miss you, love you, bye.